News and Talk 1380 WAOK. Good evening. You are listening live to The Mental Space with Sean Garvey, with my executive producer Simone in the studio live each and every Wednesday night from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on News Talk 1380 WAOK, and also on your Odyssey app. Make sure you download the Odyssey app to your smartphone and your mobile devices so you can take us with you everywhere on the go. You can also listen to The Mental Space on your smart speaker. Just tell Alexa, play News and Talk 1380 WAOK. And for all of my online listeners out there, you can still listen to us on WAOK.com. And we're simulcasting live on the Flow Television Network. We're not just only radio, we're also television. So you can check us out on the Flow Television Network, and it can also be seen on multiple streaming platforms, including Apple TV, Fire TV, and Android TV on your Roku TV. Sean Garvey in the studio, and we have an amazing panel. You know what we do once a month. We do the dating behind the scene. So stay tuned for tonight's topic. But in the meantime, because this show is about all things mental health in our community and taking accountability for your mental well-being, we are going to do a quick exercise. So everybody in the studio and everybody listening to us on News and Talk 1380 WAOK, join in on this exercise with me. We're going to do a breathing exercise. Let's do it all together. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now, if you're new to the mental space, we do that because it helps manage your mental health, whether you are dealing with some form of stress, anxiety, trauma, or you are just having a bad day, a long day from picking up the kids from school and being at work, being stressed out. You always want to be in that calm place to make sure you get your breathing exercise in. All right, so of course tonight, behind the dating scene, and of course along with behind the dating scene, we are still acknowledging this month as National Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And between now and the last Wednesday in October, we are going to talk to various people of influence to share some of their stories, even provide resources, information, and educate people on domestic violence. Now, of course, in the media, we all in the media world, and we sometimes subscribe or listen to other social media influencers or celebrities or people that have access to a platform to speak what they feel is their truth, especially if they just came out of a broken relationship or they happen to be unhealed. And I don't need to say any names. You probably already know who I'm talking about, especially if you have stayed in tune or if you have tapped into the latest entertainment news coming out of the wire, coming out of Hollywood. But I'm here to remind people or tell people, if you have not been reminded, be careful of how you retrieve information from people who are still broken. Let me say that one more time for the people in the back. Be careful when retrieving information from people that are still broken or unhealed. Now, I've had my share of going on platforms and expressing and ranting about things that were troubling me at the time, you know, when it comes to dating and relationships and just my outlook and views on today's dating and relationships, which is one of the reasons why we do this once a month, because we're trying to get to the root and the cause of things that can be at times complicated in today's modern world when it comes to dating and relationships. However, the information that some of these celebrities put out there about how you should date, how you should marry, how you should court, etc., etc. It may not work for everybody. You know, and I said this weeks ago on Wandering the Stoke show. I'm the type of person to get information and advice from people who have actually experienced life in their 60s, in their 70s, in their 80s. Now, being that I'm 39, going on 40, and I have somewhat of an old soul, I do pass on wisdom and information to people that may be in my same age group, younger than me, and even older than me. But I refuse to get my information from people who have not experienced life, who are still healing, and who are younger than me, or just as young as me. I am not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. But here at the Mental Space, anybody and everybody can still come on the Mental Space show. Anybody can grab that chair and let's have a discussion, whether it's Tyrese, Kanye, or Tia. I'm not going to say her last name, but you probably know who I'm talking about. Tia. Hint. Sister. Oh. And I'm going to just leave it at that. All right. Tonight's show on the Mental Space. We got a panel of guests behind the dating scene. What are the red flags to look for in an abusive personality? We got some guests and more coming up right here on the Mental Space with Sean Garvey, News and Talk 1380, WAOK.
This is Grammy nominated.
All right.
Creative Low Theme.
We'll be right back after these messages.
And it is my honor to be on the Sean Garvey.
We're back. The Mental Space with Sean Garvey right here on News Talk 1380 WAOK. Good evening. 404-726-1380 is the telephone number. And we are also simulcasting on the Flow Television Network. So make sure you check us out there as well. Tonight's topic, behind the dating scene. What are the red flags to look for in an abusive personality as we continue to acknowledge National Domestic Violence Awareness Month, a very, very big topic. So we're going to go around the room and talk to some of our panelists because we're going to bring on a few other panelists in the 7:30 hour of the show momentarily. But let's go around the room and just speak to the people that are already in studio with us because we have a power pack of guests in the studio. Starting off with, you already know, the dating commentator himself, Trey Amazing.
Yeah.
What's going on, fam? Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. Thanks for having me again.
As always, how is your mental health?
Man, I got to be honest, Sean. Today was the first time I really and truly appreciated that breathing exercise at the very beginning. I really needed that. So, good job. I appreciate that. Everything else is lovely.
Awesome. Well, hey, we do that every day. We got to do that every day. And also next to him, of course, funny comedian. Actually, we're going to briefly talk about the event that took place at the Grown and Sexy Night Spot on the South Side. Comedian Blase in the studio. What's going on, Blase?
What's up, everybody? Hey.
What's up? Shout outs to you and all the other comedians that were there. Of course, Alicia Bridges, who we're going to bring on momentarily. She was out there. The event was on and popping that night. So tell us, for those that missed it, tell us what was that experience like for you? Because this is your first one.
Oh, no, well, this is my first one at that place. I've been having my own.
Wait, how you got the mic structured?
Okay, y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was my first show there at Grown and Sexy, but I've been doing my own rooms for the last about 14 years. Here, and when I first moved there, I was at Confetti's for 5 years. And then so on, I went to different clubs. But I've been a comedian for the last 18 years, but I just went behind the scenes. I'm the Russell Simmons of it now. So I enjoy bringing out comedians and letting them do their thing.
Nice. All right, man. Y'all give a hand clap to Blase. It was a very great event. Of course.
I think you look better than Russell Simmons.
Right.
Okay.
All right now. Okay. Hey, you putting her on the pedestal now by you saying that.
Indeed.
All right. Well, and congratulations, by the way, too. Also in the studio with me this evening to be a part of the conversation. Of course, she's been on the Mental Space before to talk about her latest book. She's an author and entrepreneur. We have Ashley Monique in the studio. Ashley, good evening. Welcome to the Mental Space. How is your mental health?
What's up? Thank you for having me. And sometimes I gotta be honest, my mental health is just a tad bit shaky because people pull on me so much. But for the most part, I'm able to pull it together.
Ooh, you want to tell us a quick experience?
Yeah, so the fact that I have people, what I call dumping their problems on me daily, sometimes I tend to carry that.
Ooh.
And that could be a burden for anybody. So being that I have mental health patients dumping on me, my nonprofit clients dumping on me, my family dumping on me, sometimes it takes a toll on me, but I have to get it together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hey, just hang in there. I have people that still come to me like I am a professional therapist. Yes. And I tell people, you heard in the beginning of the show, I am a mental health advocate.
Right.
Yeah. But, hey, it's still in the cards for me to be a therapist, a licensed therapist.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, we're going to put that out there in the universe. Yeah. All right. Also in the studio with us, she is an actress. She's also an entrepreneur, had an opportunity to build with her at the Sweet Auburn Music Fest a few months ago. Not a few months ago, but actually a few weeks ago, I should say. We're going to switch mics in a moment because we have a power pack full of people in the studio. But a part of that power pack guest in the studio is, of course, Tisha Green in the studio.
Hey, y'all.
Hey there. Hey there. I like the shirt, by the way.
I love
you.
that shirt. I really do.
One of my actor friends gave it to me.
Okay.
For those of you who can't see it, it says, "I'm silently correcting your grammar."
That is
Okay.
me
Yes.
all day.
Oh my goodness. You know, Simone
Or is
is
it spelling? One of them.
Simone is
Both
used to
of them.
Simone is used to correcting me all the time on every episode. So
Yes. Simone. Thank you, Simone, for doing the people's work, baby.
Doing God's work.
Yeah. So Tisha, how's your mental health?
You know what? Considering the things that I'm currently going through, being an actor on strike and not working since April, really. I've been on set 2 or 3 times since April.
Okay.
I'm making it by the grace of God. Cause I tell you that, I mean, my rent's not even paid for this month, but you would never be able to notice that because of my glow.
Ooh.
I know it's gonna come at some point. It's just gonna be late, and I'm gonna have to pay the extra $50. You know, there's no need for me to be stressed about it because there have been so many times when I've been down and came back up. There's no need for me to stress because I know in the end it's always gonna be okay because it always is.
You got to have that positive thinking.
I'm
Yeah.
just looking forward to this strike being over so that I can get back in there and start doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
I'm glad you said that because I recently did an episode on my podcast, the Beat Break Morning Show, about the writer's strike. And that's a conversation we would have later because as we continue to talk about all things mental health, people were stressed out and a lot of anxiety during that writer's strike over the
They
summer.
were stressed out because they weren't used to living like that. Like when you decide that you want to be an artist, you learn how to struggle and be okay with it because it's something that you just want that much that you're okay with it.
Yeah.
There was a time when I had everything that I wanted with the job itself, but it didn't fulfill me like acting does. So I'm willing to go through the struggle until I make it to the point where I need to be.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
I'm
I
digging
get
that.
I'm digging
Happiness is a choice.
Yes. Happiness. You can choose to be happy or you can choose to be sad. Which one you gonna do today?
We're gonna be happy.
Hey! Hey! But we do have a serious topic on tonight's show, of course. What are the red flags to look for in an abusive personality? We have 3 more people that will be joining with us in this conversation coming up at the bottom of the hour. But I want to know, does everyone in here have a story when it comes to domestic violence?
I'm sure the women do.
Sure
It's none of my business.
Okay. Okay. I know
I
you
don't.
You do. You
No.
one said do.
I do.
You do? Okay. So before we go to break, we're almost coming up on break. I want to make sure that I give out this telephone number. Matter of fact, we're going to hang you over for the next one. But I want to make sure that I give out this telephone number to those that are in need of help when it comes to domestic violence. And I'm going to repeat the number again later on in the program. And that number is 1-800-799-7233. That is the hotline number to the National Domestic Violence Hotline. Once again, that telephone number is 1-800-799-7233. They are 24/7 and they are waiting to take your call. All right, stay tuned. We got more coming up on the mental space with Sean Garvey. Tonight's topic: what are the red flags to look for in an abusive personality? All right, 404-726-1380, the mental space with Sean Garvey on News and Talk 1380 WAOK and on the Flow Television Network.
Y'all stay tuned. It's gonna be a great conversation.
In for Mr. Garvey's
Plus, I need
mental
somebody. Y'all
space.
watching my live.
Okay.
Let's learn it. If I could just be real.
So tune in. She tells you.
Watch it go down to zero. Watch it go down to zero. Watch the viewers now.
To everybody, make sure everybody tune in.
Everybody tune in.
All right, guys, what's going on? Sean Garvey here. Thank you so much to the Flow Television Network, but we're going to sign off from the Flow Television Network. But if you want to hear the entire show, go to WAOK.com right now. That's WAOK.com. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Mental Space Show, or Beat Break Radio to watch the show on YouTube. There's so many platforms that you can watch and listen to the mental space. So I have it right here at the bottom here. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Beat Break Radio, and watch us live. You can also go to WAOK.com or download the Odyssey app to News Talk 1380 WAOK. All right, so I will see you and hear you on the radio.